9 months ago, I took a gamble on InterServer's $2.50 per month hosting plan. Today, I'm going to share all the juicy details, the uptime, speed tests, and how it stacks up against 12 other hosting providers I've used this year. Is InterServer really the budget hosting king? Let's find out. Let's kick things off with the design, which, to be honest, isn't winning any awards. If you're a first-time website owner, InterServer's interface might feel a bit overwhelming. When you log in, you'll see every service they offer, whether you've purchased them or not. It's cluttered and confusing. You have to hunt for tiny buttons to access your actual control panel where you can do the important stuff like installing WordPress or setting up backups. InterServer clearly prioritizes function over form. It's like they handed the interface to an engineer rather than a designer. But hey, once you figure it out, it's smooth sailing. Setting up my website with InterServer was pretty straightforward. I used their automatic WordPress installer, no issues there. Just created my login, hit install, and boom, we're live. But the default WordPress design? Yeah, it's pretty plain. To make it look more professional, I grabbed a pre-made template from Envato Elements. Most people are using these templates, even though they're often poorly optimized. But it's a more realistic test since we're not all designers building websites from scratch, right? Once I had the design in place, I ran a WP benchmark plugin to see how InterServer's servers handled things. The results? CPU and memory, great. File systems, solid. But the database score? Not so good. Turns out, InterServer's cheaper plans can only handle 30 processes per second. For a regular blog or portfolio, that's fine. But for anything more complex, it's like trying to shove 31 people through a door that can only handle 30. It just doesn't work. To take things a step further, I cloned my site and ran some real-life speed tests against Bluehost. Let me tell you, InterServer came out on top. I used GT metrics to analyze my site, and InterServer fully loaded my website in 1.2 seconds. Bluehost? Yeah, that was almost 4 times slower. That snowball effect, where one slow element drags everything down. That's real. After all these tests, here's my conclusion. If you're running a simple website or blog where users aren't constantly interacting with your database, InterServer is a killer value. But if you're thinking about setting up an e-commerce store or anything with heavy traffic and lots of actions, you're going to want more power. And they do offer more powerful plans like Boost 2 or Boost 4, which give you more resources. But for $2.50? A solid 6.9 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the pricing. InterServer uses the classic web hosting trick. The initial price is cheap, but after your first bill, it jumps. That $2.50 goes up to $7 a month. But if you're smart about it, you can grab the 2-year plan up front and lock in a good deal. There's also a promo code I put below the description of this video. You can get your first month for just a penny. Not bad for 24 months of hosting that's under $60. So far, I've had my website up for 9 months, and I've only experienced 69 minutes of downtime, mostly under 10 minutes each. That's a pretty impressive track record, especially for budget hosting. It's not perfect, but for $20 over 9 months, I'm pretty happy with it. To wrap it up, if you're in the market for a reliable, affordable hosting option and don't need all the fancy features, I highly recommend checking out InterServer. For just $2.50 a month, or less with that promo code, it's hard to beat. If you're ready to give it a shot, the link's in the description below. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more hosting reviews, tutorials, and everything tech related. See you in the next one.